What's going on, guys? Welcome to the asylum. I'll say asylum because y'all must be crazy to rock with me, but let me drop the link. Amen. God bless you too. But yes. No. No. Gotti, Queen. Shout out to the Queen in the chat. Dropping the link. No. Hey. What? No, the lecture, what? Alright. I like that. Shout out to Another Ledge. I swear I'm gonna need glasses soon. As I'm watching this whack, very whack promo game that the face should be embarrassed at playing it. That the other one should be embarrassed of. And I thought it would be a good time to talk about diversity in sports. And I'm talking our sports, not just the NFL, the baseball, basketball, hockey, all of them. So, yeah, let me drop the link so people can come in and we can talk about it. Yeah, I know you know the link. Shout out to you. But let me give my opinion on this whole Brian Flores Giant situation. As my guy, my little brother Scrub Zero said in his video yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. The Giants are trying to make themselves look good, but they're really making themselves look worse because they had a coach selected. They interviewed Brian Flores just to not lose it, just to not get in trouble with the league. And then after that, Bill Belichick fumbled the bag and texted it the wrong Brian because, well, I don't know why. Maybe he was confused. The text even said, I effed up. But anyway, only he knows the reason. Not my problem. But on top of that, it's not just in football, it's also in baseball, somewhat in basketball. When good coaches like what's the assistant coach for the Lakers? Fizdale King can't get a job, but Frank Vogel is the coach of that bad, terrible, disgusting team that represents LA. And and then when Rick Carlisle gets multiple chances in Indiana with the Pacers, and Nate McMillan was the one that got fired from Indiana. So they could bring back Rick Carlisle. And then, why Jason Kidd is a coach of color, but just barely, in my opinion. But he gets a coaching job. For what? Because he was a great point guard, and I give him his credit for that. But he wasn't a great coach. He was showing up drunk to the games when he was coaching Milwaukee. He has. Let me not bring that up. Because, well, I'll bring it up. He has multiple cases of, or at least one case of domestic abuse against them, I believe. Meanwhile, the Portland Trailblazers were trying not to hire Chauncey Billups for something that happened in his past that got settled out of court. Chauncey Billups was Kobe before Kobe. So. And in baseball, they got rid of all the good African American players. The only last good. Well, they have a young black shortstop in Chicago playing for the White Sox. Tim Anderson, but whenever he tries to show any emotion on the field, the media doesn't fit in baseball, and baseball Puritans say, "Oh, how dare you do that? How dare you show emotion?" But yeah. Right, who did it? Shout out to who did it. Right. I'm talking about it. And in the NHL, there are only a few African American hockey players. The rest of them come from Canada and and Europe, like Russia, Switzerland, Germany, so on and so forth. And they're all white. So where's the diversity in hockey, baseball, basketball, football, except for the players in basketball and football? Where's the diversity? Coaching, fan offense, ownership in anywhere, really. So let's talk about it. Grab the link. The link is in the chat. People grab the link. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. And then people like Jose Canseco and Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa, they want to vilify for taking steroids in baseball when everyone was doing it in baseball. Even their great white Hulk Mike McGuire was doing it in baseball. So, yeah. And of course, these owners will always deny that, we hire other races because they don't want to look bad. They never want to look bad. And when really we all know the truth of what's really going on in the backroom deals and whatnot. That's why Josh McDaniels is the new coach for the Raiders because Bill Belichick decided to let him go finally. And why Brian Daboll has a job because he was the coach with, not that it didn't have Brian Flores too, because it did, but Brian Flores only had one bite of the apple, and all these other coaches are having more than one. Coincidence? I think not. Your camera isn't on, who did it, but I got you when you're ready. Come out and come back in, who did it? Make sure your camera, there you go, bro. You know what to do. I'm ready when you come in, man. I'm ready when you come in, brother. I'm ready when you come in. Shout out to Gotti, the Queen mod in the chat. Still says something that isn't connected. Who did it? You got. But this is a sideshow. Right here we got brother against brother. One playing defense, one playing offense. But yeah, I said what I had to say. My video that I made on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, and yeah, go look at that. That was the video I made, and I just want to hear what other people have to say about it. It still says it's not connected. Who did it? Take your time, take your time, take your time. Take your time, brother, take your time. It says your mic or your camera isn't connected. Take your time. I'm ready, man. Take your time. I'm ready when you are. Get it? Want to do this right? Take your time. Let me see what Gotti said. Thank you, Gotti. Shout out to the Queen. If you're feeling generous, you can do what it says in the chat and donate to the page via Cash App. CSSA, so yeah. But yeah, there needs to be a lot more diversity in our sports. Not just football, but every sport. What happened to when we were kids and all we needed was a ball, 10 players, and the sun just to play and have a good time? Now everything is about, well, you grow up and it's how everything is ran and it's ran like shit. So yeah, I guess I answered my own question there. It is what it is. Brother!
Hey, long time, man. Long time. Sorry about the delay.
You're good. I feel honored.
Nah, man. I'm honored to be a part of the platform, man. So what's up with the show, man? I'm sitting here reading and doing a little bit of work for my job. I'm like, diversity in sports. Take me back to the beginning. What are you talking about?
No! Brian Flores suing the NFL, the Giants, the Dolphins, what's the other team? I can't remember the other team right now. I know it's the Giants, the Dolphins, and the Broncos. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
He's suing all three of those teams and the NFL in general for basically giving him a bogus interview. Because the Dolphins fired him for winning too much, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
For doing too good of a coach. And it's like that in every sport. With every coach of color, whether it be Nate McMillan, who got fired got replaced with Rick Carlisle. Of course, baseball, they wiped out almost every black player in the league. Almost.
Yeah. Or man, or they try to make sure that they confuse all of the brothers of color. Because I was actually just reading an article on Roberto Clemente, because I'm over here in Pittsburgh, how Roberto Clemente was one of the first people after Martin Luther King had got killed, got assassinated. Roberto was one of the first players to say, like, look, I know I'm Puerto Rican or so-called Puerto Rican, but we gonna boycott until y'all look more into this. We shouldn't even play on this day. And those are just some of the things that they don't try to unite. And this isn't against any of your other viewers out there or subscribers who might not be a color. They're always trying to cause confusion. The media is trying to make sure that brothers unite, whether it be you speak Spanish or not, man. I mean, that's all I see, bro.
All right. It's like Tupac said in one of his last interviews. The media's just around to cause confusion. If the media wasn't around, wouldn't be East Coast, West Coast beef. It's all you. It's not me. It's not Biggie. It's the media. The media. What I think he said is what Jesus were. Did Jesus again? Not to offend anyone. I'm just quoting Tupac in his last words in one of his last interviews that he gave to the media. Yep. So don't come after me.
Oh no, we just having a family conversation, man. Whether other people like to hear it or not, because you was just talking about baseball, Jose, and I was thinking about back in the day in the early '90s. I used to collect trading cards. I used to play baseball, so it's like whether you was liking somebody like Pokey Reese or Gary Sheffield, Tony Gwynn,
Ken
obviously Ken Griffey, Pudge Rodriguez, Jose Canseco. We used to look at them guys first as baseball players. But then when you add diversity to it and you start to look at who are the color of the managers, that's one thing. Well, who's the color of the fans in most of these cities? That's another good question for the media. A lot of these fans aren't represented by the clowns that's in the front row. If you understand where I'm going with it.
Yeah. Like at Dodger King, Larry King is in the front row. And most of East LA is at Dodger Stadium. And they're Mexican. Larry King ain't Mexican. Larry King wants to be part of the show sitting next to his boy Magic.
I mean, you learn a lot of that, though. You learn a lot of that, bro, when you go out there to the West Coast. Obviously, I live over here in, like, Appalachia. So whenever I go visit, they teach us in schools and in the media, bro. Like, they make LA seem, Jose, like it's just one big, happy, liberal family. And then when you go around to, like, Long Beach and Crenshaw and Compton, you go around to all the surrounding actual city parts, Inglewood. Then you actually go to LA, as I was telling you before in the back chat, you get a reality check, like the LA that ESPN likes to show. And
Isn't
obviously the surround,
LA?
it isn't the real, bro. It isn't the real at all.
Ain't.
No.
Sorry, ESPN. We're just speaking facts. You don't like it. Come after me. I'll take the bullets out there. ESPN. Come after me. I dare you. Come after me. I can take it. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. It's the same way with when they show certain things in Manhattan and they won't show like the Boogie Down Bronx. They'll show you all these things about New England, but they won't show you like certain parts of Boston, like the Roxburys and the outside surrounding neighborhoods around Roxbury that are populated with Spanish speaking folk and obviously people of color, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Now I find it. I'm good with Brian Flores doing the NFL, but I'm not good with Hugh Jackson. Trying to ride his coattails, in my opinion, saying, oh, I didn't know the Browns were going to tank. You're the Browns. You knew how bad of a team you had. You knew they had a plan to rebuild. You could have quit. You didn't have to work every day for those idiots if you didn't want to. Don't try to make yourself look like the victim. Hugh Jackson. Brian Flores is the victim. Hugh Jackson is just an idiot.
Yeah, they all trying to ride off the coattails, bro. Like, and I found that weird too, how all these dudes are starting to come out. Like, I hate to compare it to this, but it's almost like the Me Too stuff. Like, don't try to hijack Brian Flores' story. Now, someone may disagree with that because Brian Flores like pretty much took one for the team, but them other guys could have stepped up and said something. You know what I mean? They could have. They could have, but they didn't because I hate to say it, it looks to me that the NFL could be into a whole rigging conversation and fixed and point shaving. Brian Flores opened that up as well.
Yeah, because he said that the owner would offer him money for tanking, allegedly.
Yep.
Gotta say allegedly. Gotta say allegedly.
Yeah, let's keep it allegedly, but that's probably the more dangerous thing because they could care less about a Honduran brown skin man complaining about the other stuff about not getting a fair shake by the owners. They own the team. I hate to say it, it's their league. But once he opened up the door about rigging and pretty much tanking the game, to me, that's more dangerous than even complaining about the race issue because that's money. Now we dealing with people's money. We talking about allegedly the mafioso out there in the West Coast, like Las Vegas and all the other organized crime that's going on in America, allegedly.
Like the federal government, allegedly.
Yes. Yes, brother.
But yes, it's funny that everyone started talking about this when money got brought up in the conversation. Mm-hmm. Once he brought up money, everyone started talking about it. Oh, money where? Where? Where's the money? Let's go. I'll talk about this now. Let's all go see Kumbaya. And I'll get along so we can get some of this money.
And now we have to question. I mean, we're in the age, Jose, all this YouTube stuff. Like, we're all in the age of the revealing. You know what I mean? We're starting to see things for what it is. Now we have to go back to comments such as Randy Moss made a comment back in the day. I believe he's playing for the Raiders. He said, I play when I want to. And he got crucified in the media. And back then, we didn't know what we know now. Like, that just looks lazy. And it still could be lazy. But then when you hear about an owner telling Brian Flores, pardon me, hey, man, just lose some games and we'll give you 100 racks every game. What's the difference between him and somewhat what Randy Moss said, other than them looking at Randy Moss as no disrespect to Randy, you ain't nothing but a slave. You ain't nothing but an asset. You're just running routes and catching a pigskin ball. I'm the owner. I could do what I want to do.
That's how ESPN views him now.
Yep.
That's why he has his own segment. You got Moss. You got Moss. You got Moss. Dude, you could do it on your own YouTube channel. You don't need ESPN.
Yeah, a lot of these dudes are afraid to step out on their own, man.
Oh. But yeah, it's funny that you brought up LA being not so liberal, because I had a doctor's appointment on Monday to get 21 Botox injections into my arms and legs, and even my doctor said, man, I'm tired of wearing these masks every day. And I'm like, I looked at her and I said, me too, I'm just a practitioner. You're a doctor. You're supposed to be out. I mean, no mask, and now you're telling me you're anti-mask. I can get along with you more. Because I'm tired of wearing these masks everywhere I go. Everywhere I go myself. But not my decision to make. It's the liberal California group decision to make.
Oh, it
Not
is,
mine.
my man. It is. I mean, it's spreading everywhere. I don't want you to think it's just obviously LA, but there's a sense that LA and New York obviously controls a lot of the rest of America, other than Texas, because Texas don't play a lot of that stuff, man.
I'm Florida.
Oh yeah, Florida as well. And I'm here in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania got, like I said, a Texas. They got a Texas vibe over here on the west side. But then once you go towards Philadelphia,
Yeah,
they're like New York and Jersey. So that's their vibe.
right, right.
Yeah, but the diversity, man, in sports, bro. I mean, it's kind of like it's a collective bargaining agreement on all stages, not just sports, bro. Like if you look at Hollywood, if you look at
Yeah,
obviously the school system and how it trickles over even to sports, they want you to feel and think a certain way, and they look at, and I say us, Jose, because you know how I feel. I look at y'all as obviously connected to my family as well.
right. And
Regardless what the world may think,
uh,
we're connected.
yeah, that's why I always call you my brother. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
because we are brothers.
we got different cultures up until a certain point, but on this type of conversation, we can agree that there is something fishy with the athletes who represent a lot of these cities, such as the surrounding cities all around Major League Baseball. And
Yeah,
then you look, and it's like these owners, you wouldn't catch them dead in some of y'all middle schools, man.
no, no,
Hell no.
not even close.
But they got that thing called money, man. That's the talking piece where people of black and brown, different nationalities all around this America soil got to understand. Until you get the money and we really start being able to conversate, it ain't gonna happen, man. We just got to start facing the music.
It's crazy how dead presidents um pieces of paper are are what are what gets power in this country. It's
Hmm.
crazy. It's stupid. It's everything else under the sun that I can't think of right now. But it's just very strange to me. But that's just my opinion.
And there's a lot of stage stuff going on, man. I mean, they pick our leaders, and not me and your leaders. I'm talking about people who look like us. They pick the leaders to make you think that they're actually out there fighting for collective bargaining agreements and so-called diversity. I mean, the NBA acts like they're
Like
so progressive, but they're not. They're not.
like like Chris Paul, like LeBron,
Oh man, that
like
guy.
those idiots.
Yeah, that whole crew there, man. It's that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for name dropping. Yes, that group will sit there and tell me and you right now, well, what are you guys doing? It doesn't necessarily matter what we're doing, even if we was doing what they're doing. They have to publicize and make sure that they put things on a social media, like a platform to make sure that they get glorification. When a lot of that stuff, Jose, is just what you call false humility, man. Like they act like they're being so humble, but in the end result, a lot of this is for their foundations, man. This is not for them.
Right. Oh, yeah, I agree. We got another person joining us. Let me.
For
I don't.
sure. For sure.
I don't. I, I got your Nick. You can talk. Did it?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking up at this whack Pro Bowl screen, and then on the other
Mm-hmm.
channel they got the Nugget game on TV. Nuggets versus Brooklyn.
Uh, should we even keep watching this? Because, I mean, in general, because that's what gets them their money is if we watch it. So, why are we watching?
It's muscle memory, bro. I mean, like your family's a lot like mine. I grew up watching. Some of this is just based off of just like muscle memory. I grew up watching a lot of these sports. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it'll be on the television at some point while I'm doing a lesson plan for school. Just something crazy like that. But I couldn't tell you some of the main storylines that are going on in the NBA until I look at y'all videos. I mean, that's the importance of what you're doing and other people's YouTube channels. Believe it or not, you guys are more trusted sources than Stephen Payton, full Calvin in the face, Smith.
Sell out.
Yeah. Them type of cats, man. I know they're playing the script, man. It's unfortunate.
I'll see you, Nick. Let me add Nick and then I'll get back to you.
For sure.
If I can even relax for 5 seconds. My bad. I almost got you, Nick. Almost got you.
Man, he got fouled.
There you go.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, Nick?
Sorry,
What's
just,
going on, bro?
Dog? Yeah.
Nah,
Peace and
just
blessings, dog. What's going on?
all good here.
You
We're
said I
just
came in and,
talking about-
just chill and fellowship with y'all. What's going on, man?
We're just talking about diversity in all its sports, like coaching, front office, whatnot, everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Nick,
Mm-hmm.
correct me if I'm wrong, but Nate McMillan last year was the coach of the Indiana Pacers. Was he not? Was he not? Or was that 2 years ago?
Last year, for like I think like at the beginning of the season last year he was. Then he went to the Atlanta Hawks. Wait a minute. No.
No.
That was in 2020. And last season he was the coach of the Atlanta Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Still in, and now of course he still is today.
So remind me who Rick Carlisle took over for.
Rick Carlisle took over for the Pacers from the Dallas Mavericks.
I know, but who was the coach before Rick Carlisle?
Who was the coach of
It might have been, was it Nate?
I thought it was Nate.
I think it was Nate, yeah.
During the bubble, I want to say Nate was coaching that TJ Warren. Yeah, Nate was, like you said, 220.
Right.
Yeah, so I just find it funny how they replaced the brother to go with the other white guy again.
I mean, they did this before. They did this before with Isaiah Thomas too. So it's they always do this crap.
Right.
That team that Isaiah built, that Indiana team that he built with, of course, they had Reggie Miller there, they had Jermaine O'Neal and all those guys, and Ron Artest, and he got no credit for that. They almost went to the NBA Finals, bro, and he got no credit for all that.
And then they brought in Carlisle again.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now that's Larry Bird's boy from the Celtic days, and
yeah, that's his bag. Yeah, he used to carry his bags around.
Basically. Just like Scottie Pippen is Michael Jordan's bag boy.
Yep.
But there's definitely, when you talking about diversity, Jose and Nick, there is a self-hate too when it comes to black male authoritative figures, fellas. Like that comes back to the crib. So when you see something like ESPN demonizing LeVar Ball almost 7-8 years ago, talking about his sons, how he like pretty much was telling you like he controls his sons, but those are children that lived in his house. Right. No disrespect to Miss Wanda Durant. We sitting here still allowing her to hijack some narratives, and Stephen A. be acting like he's almost fearful to critique a man's basketball game. Because that, no disrespect, the woman is part of diversity at this point, and she's ahead of the so-called black man and colored man here on this soil, man. That's diversity too that people don't see. There's a
Right.
hatred.
And as you know, who did it? That's really not the way the Heavenly Father set things up since the beginning of time. The woman is not supposed to be in control of any of that.
Right. Unless it's through the default. Now we know that some people, you know, like their father may have passed or some things just went south or went left.
Right.
But to see all these people hijack the narrative, you can speak for yourself, Jose?
Yeah, I can speak for myself.
Yeah, and kudos to your mother, you know what I mean? And, you know, for stepping up. Yeah, we give them their roses while they're here. But then when you see like Candace Parker, man, Candace Parker is trying to Candace Parker is trying to take almost all of the masculine energy on that panel on TNT, fellas.
Right.
But we'll be screaming about diversity. But then we'll be screaming about diversity. Well, if you're talking about diversity on racial barriers, that's the easy target. But I said there's a deeper root that's going on here when it comes back to any type of authoritative figure. Obviously, I do believe that white men can talk on that to a certain degree, but nobody's taking more of a hit than obviously what you see in the homes, in the school. And it's unfortunate sports just like publicizes it and illuminates it on a certain degree where Chauncey Billups is already getting threatened about how he's not doing a good job. I'm like, well,
that's what I said when I started this. I said they didn't want to hire Chauncey to begin with because Chauncey was the original Kobe. They tried to get him on a case in Colorado. What is it with Colorado? And I'll get back to that another day.
Oh yeah, that's a third dimensional conversation, Jose and Nicholas. There's a lot of things that go on in Colorado. A lot of brain and different type of psychiatric treatments that are going on up there besides the sexual favors, brother.
Exactly, and I've heard about that.
Right.
I've heard about that.
I haven't. We'll have to talk about that in a dark chat one day.
A lot of shit. It's a lot of weirdo sodomite type ish going.
Yeah.
You don't need to talk about that right now.
Yeah. Have you ever flown to Colorado? I'm sitting here watching the Nuggets right now. Have you ever flown to Colorado?
I got family.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
I've heard about the shit that goes on. I've heard about it.
My favorite middle school teacher actually lives in Colorado.
Okay.
Right.
So,
well, right when you get off the airport, brothers, it's right in your face. It's right in your face, whatever you all want to look at it as, what deity they're into. As soon as you get off the airplane, it's right there in your face, and that lets you know what type of time we on, man.
Exactly.
Now I got a crazy thing to talk about. So last night I was leaving the NFL experience, and it was right across from the Staples Center. And as soon as I walked out, I saw an ad for Nike with a gay pride with it in gay pride colors. I'm like, why are they trying to push this agenda? Not that I have any problem with gay people.
But it's the agenda part. That's what I mean.
Exactly.
I love women to a fault, okay? Let's just say like I love women so much that the outside world would look at me as a womanizer. Can I get a day? Can I get a day for womanizer? Can I get a day for womanizer?
No, because then he'll
I was born to love women. You feel me? I was born for
right.
Then he'll view me too.
Right. I'm just saying I love women so much to the point where if we wanted to pick out a day in July where it's like, you know what, man, I'm gonna be walking down the street like a Mac, a man with several wives, which that's a whole nother conversation for another time. What would they look at me as? What would they give me the same type of welcome?
No. They would look at you like you were Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Like how Malcolm X was back then when he was Detroit Red. They'll look at you like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Malcolm X, may he rest in
Right.
peace.
Right. I mean, you saw how they did Lemon Pepper Lou. Like they
Yeah.
targeted him for other reasons too.
Yeah. Yeah. But that must have been some good wings.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anything else?
But see, that's all part of diversity, man. Like we can always go back and forth with the stuff that we see. I always have a problem with that Sly Fox, man. That wolf that I could see howling. I mean, that quote unquote conservative racist person down in the South. I appreciate him for letting me know where he stands. My issue's always been the one that be smiling in my face, the one that tells me how cool he is with us. Until I tell him I think as a man, then he tells me I'm a dummy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, man. The words of his goes back to that scripture in Psalms, man. The words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war's in his heart. You know.
Yep. I mean, if the NBA was so progressive, all a brother got to do is ask the question or make a promo back in the day, one of them commercials where it's highlighting, man, what's up with these abortion clinics? If Adam Silver, 2 scoops and a twist, hey, if he really cared about being a progressive league, fellas, why ain't we ever seen a commercial that's highlighting all these fetuses that's just being destroyed? Whether you agree or disagree, we have the right to talk about it, right?
Because it's too controversial for national media.
Right. Chicago right now to me is the new mecca for the NBA basketball. They still talk about New York, and I think California has something to say, but Chicago right now, there's no doubt about it. Chicago with the side of the Michigan fellas is the new like basketball area. We know. I mean, it goes without saying. Every team got somebody either from California, but California's so big. But Chicago as a city is the new mecca. I mean, it's nothing against New York cats, but like, no, man. No. They ain't messing with Chicago as a basketball front. But there needs to be more talk about brothers hating each other. Yeah. I mean, damn, like there's no commercial. They talking more about some getting the elixir or the jab. No disrespect. Like if that's a man's decision. If you want to go out there and do that, do that. That should be the end of that discussion.
People all about that.
Right. Didn't do it and we move on. But to hear about these men killing each other in one city, because obviously I'm down here in Pittsburgh, but like we hear so much about the gun violence and the violence in Chicago. Okay, now I know that Lord Isaiah Thomas.
Do something about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and they can't fix it. Nick, you know they can't necessarily fix it, but they can highlight it, bro. They can highlight it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We talk more about Zaya Wade than the families that's losing children in the crib, bro.
I don't talk about that.
No, us as a whole. No. Jake as a whole.
Yeah. Not us three on this platform. We talking about the NBA. The NBA cares so much until you say, hey, well, can we talk about, and it could be anything, bro. It could be Father's. It could be we need to highlight Father's Day. No disrespect. Mother's Day in the NBA is 2 times bigger than Father's Day. I ain't complaining because I don't get caught up in holiday. Excuse me.
You don't exactly.
It's just a day, bro. Father's Day is every day at my crib, man. Like my children love me, man.
Yeah.
But the NBA, they're thieves, man. They're thieves of people's visions. And obviously they highlight their own motives, man, by the stuff that they be showing.
That's the MLB. MLB does the same thing for Mother's Day.
Yeah. And that's in life, period. And that's in modern society, period, these days. I mean, the fathers are barely even, given credit for what they do. And they always honor the mothers over the father in this modern society. It's like it's putting them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's putting them on a pedestal.
There's no more equality. It's more like put them above us. My fault, Jose.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm talking about diversity, and YouTube isn't pushing this out saying nobody's watching, but I got Southern Gotti in the chat watching, but they're not going to push this out because of what we're talking about. But YouTube is all about diversity. Give me a damn break with that.
Well, I mean, and you know what, bro? Like, you gotta look at it this way, fellas. YouTube and like Nick was saying, American society at this point, you guys gotta understand that no matter what view we have, they're going to try to categorize it. So the way we sound right now to the everyday Jake or the everyday Joe, they'll try to say we're conservative. They'll try to say we're Trumpers because we talking about black ownership or brown ownership. And then we talking about where the woman should fall in place with our, our households. Someone may look at us and be like, man, you a Trumper. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? What does that have to do with my stance?
Right.
Don't categorize my words, man. That's scripture. That's it.
Exactly.
Shoot.
Right.
Everyone knows how I feel about Trump.
All right. But that's where they go with it, bro. The moment that you start talking about what's supposed to be in order or balance, most people who are confused, or more important, they pushed by a certain motive, they add emotionalism to all these topics. Right. There's no reason to even add emotionalism. Like, it's a fact. I ain't got no problem with a woman. I love women to a fault. And I'm a man that's off the shelf. But can I have a day where I exalt women to the point where, hey, man, I love so much women, man, I'm going to just have a barbecue and they can come over with cowboy flags and, come over in the nude and we going to have a parade. Man, they would look at me like a criminal, man.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
They would look at it and say, why don't you do this for Mother's Day? And he would say,
it's funny who did it actually said that, man. It's funny who did it actually said that. I think one of the streamers, the HD had, he was like, man, I wonder, we should probably start with a heterosexual day or some shit.
Right.
We all have a little get together. I'm saying, brothers and sisters come together. We have, it's on some Ric Flair type stuff. I got one sister on this arm and another one on this arm. We just fellowshipping and shit, having a good time.
Yeah. He said that's in October, I think.
It's the truth though, man. Nobody cares. And then here's another thing, man. Like we got brothers of all different shades, on this platform. Let me tell you something, man. So if I want to go to Mexico or Costa Rica right now, and my flavor is somebody spicy, all right? Yeah. I don't give a damn what a brother that says that might be into the chocolate. I'm not worried about that. Somebody else may want to dip into some of European German babes. That's on them. I love women, man. I love women. You could drop me off in the Philippines right now. I'm going to satisfy a woman. You understand where I'm going with it? But I don't need a day for that. I don't need a day for that. That's my life.
Exactly.
You could drop me off on Pluto. I'm back in it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm looking for the female presence. As long as there is a welcoming body part. Now,
exactly.
I don't want to go too far with it because them brothers on the inside will tell you. The brothers on the inside will say, "No, yeah, you sound like something." No, we ain't going. No, we staying right where we are right now. We love women, the female.
I love all women. Well, let me rephrase it. I love women that were born as women.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. These days you gotta lay that disclaimer out right now, man, because there's so much confusion going on out in this world, dog. Ball of confusion. That's what the world is today. Hey, temptations.
Now, if you wanna do the other thing, that's on you, but don't push it on me.
Don't push it. Yeah, don't push it on me, bro. Like, one of y'all might literally like pork. To be brutally honest with you, I don't eat pork, but if we both is at a restaurant and we supposed to be being men of peace, I might make a joke here and there, but I really don't give a damn because the waitress or waiter's about to bring my food and it's on. It is on. You know what I mean? I don't care what you eat.
You like what you like. I like what I like. It doesn't matter. As long as we respect it.
but it shouldn't be being pushed. You know what I'm
I,
saying? It
I
shouldn't be
know,
being pushed.
I know.
Right.
But you know what I was getting at with that, right?
Of
Yeah. Oh
course.
yeah.
Of
I know
course.
what you're getting on,
Of course.
and it's not gonna stop either. I mean, I hate to be a pessimist or a Debbie Downer. We just saying the beginning stages, bro. Wait till they start telling you about being in love with your pet.
That
That's
part.
coming. That's
Oh,
coming,
hell
brother.
no.
That's coming. Diversity though.
Oh,
Don't,
yeah.
hey, and it'll be these sports leagues telling you, listen, don't you think it's very ironic with Shannon Sharp, Aaron Rodgers, Charles Barkley? These are all, men that are very accomplished and decorated in their sport, right?
Yeah.
They promote the type of dog that they have, and I don't want to go too far for our viewers and the people that's in the chat, but the dogs that they promote are like little, no disrespect, little women dogs, okay? Women dogs that are cute
Like
and cuddly.
poodles.
Yeah. And it's strange to me that Aaron Rodgers is the same guy that has a roommate. Then he got this other girl that's living there. They're teetering on that line. Like, there's some questions, bruh. There's some questions
Yep.
as a man I had for them.
Oh, there's no question. There's no question about Sharon Rogers. It's out already.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Shout
and
out
then,
to Cino.
you know, yeah. There's
Losing
some
like
questions, some valid questions for a man that goes out his way. There's nothing wrong if you're into a little dog, man. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's something wrong with the media for promoting Shannon Sharp with all these muscles. But when you see his little pictures, I'm not really in the social media world, but people will share things
Neither
with
am
my
I.
phone. This dude got these little dogs, man, in the bed with him and shit. I'm like, man, if I didn't know any better, they trying to soften him up with all that muscle and all that masculinity, allegedly, pardon me. They're
Allegedly,
promoting
exactly.
something else. They're promoting something else.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
Told
the
ya.
only one. He's
Modern
the only
day.
one that isn't married.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, brothers. Like they thought we was playing. I remember maybe 10, 12 years ago in the local barbershops here in the neighborhood. They thought I was tripping when I said, no, man, like this new way of life is going to trickle over into our so-called hood. And they laughed
Yeah.
at me. They said, man, there ain't going to be more so-called homosexual people than heterosexual people. Yeah, let's talk about that today.
Told you. Yeah, exactly.
I would have laughed at you too. I'm not joking.
You didn't see it coming?
No.
Yep.
Hell
It's
no.
here, bro. It's here.
I was 18 trying to get a girl. I wasn't looking.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. We weren't on that.
And that's dope, man, because I got y'all by a couple years. I seen it coming, man, just on some tip where the change in the music, the change in some of the dress codes. Like I said, I'm over here on the east somewhat. So I seen the pocket chains and the what do you call that? More like punk rock. And then I saw the era come in, and I'm sure y'all remember. Do y'all remember like when nerd glasses was like real popular?
Yeah.
Some of these rappers.
Yeah.
Growing up, they made fun of nerds.
West.
Right. We made fun of nerds, bro. Like
West.
Urkel Urkel was cool for being Urkel. But I didn't think people would go to school trying to wear Urkel's glasses.
Right.
That was them alternating. Yeah, Kanye West, Common, even some of your athletes. LeBron used to wear nerd glasses. Dwight Howard.
They got a lot in common.
Oh,
allegedly,
bro. Allegedly. But that whole era, man, and now we are whatever y'all consider this music now.
I call it crap.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. But diversity. It's gonna be diversity, and I'm gonna give y'all a heads up. Diversity in sports, right? So next week's for the Super Bowl, I should go out on a limb because I probably won't tune into the halftime show. But you brothers will keep me in the loop. I know you will. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see a hologram of people that are so-called already deceased.
Tupac, Easy, yeah.
Kobe, what's the other brother from Crenshaw? Nipsey. You're gonna see some holograms because that's them ushering in. No disrespect, they want to play with people's minds and illusions and make them godlike figures, man. Instead of just enjoying them for what they were, They was great entertainers and great ball players that will sadly be missed.
Right.
But they gonna put them up there like we should worship them. Hey, nah, man, ain't no worshiping, bro.
Exactly, and that's idol worshiping, man. That's idol worshiping.
No, 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 no. Let me put a disclaimer out here. Because I know somebody's going to watch this and say, oh, you hate white people. You hate gay people. I don't hate anyone. We do
You might hate their lifestyle.
Right.
Right. Yeah, ain't no, we don't even know. Here's the thing, man. Some of you brothers with the larger channels, I mean, if you're able to keep track of like some type of YouTube tracker or viewership, that's what's up. But the everyday Joe who's coming to your page, Jose or HD or Sino or Ticket and all them guys, like the chances are, man, them trolls, it wouldn't matter what you saying, man. They gonna dislike it, bro. They love confusion.
No, I'm just putting it out there because
They love confusion and chaos and just stirring up the pot. That's what they're about.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised if next week that diversity, pardon me, fellas, that diversity is going to start off with the Negro spiritual to make sure that they pull at the emotions and hearts of Black America. They're going to have them going rowdy first, right? And then because of the Brian Flores thing, they're going to be highlighting that. This is all going to be pregame stuff. Then you're going to have certain brothers that's kneeling and almost being like, I ain't got nothing against a person kneeling. It to each his own, because I could care less. Again, I'm not playing in the NFL. I'm just watching it like a show, because that's what it is. But by the time the halftime comes, don't be surprised if y'all see some wicked-ish, man. Some stuff that ain't got nothing to do with football, diversity, or the goddamn music. Pay attention to the symbolisms and the rest of that ish.
All right, so I got a story for you.
What's up?
Yeah, yesterday I was out the NFL experience in a store and I saw a guy wearing a custom-made Mamba shirt with Giannis number on the front and Kobe's number on the back. It was a random guy. And I had my mom go ask him where he got it from. And he came over. We started talking. And he gave it to me. He gave me the jersey off his back. So that's pretty cool. But now that I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, was that a setup for something else?
Well, Nick, you want to go first, bro?
I mean,
or
I don't necessarily know.
Or was it just someone being nice?
From the outside looking in, I guess that's him being nice. I don't know.
Yeah, on the two-dimensional is him being nice, but I guess you got two brothers. Maybe
it's something else, dog.
Yeah. Well, two brothers on here with you, Jose, here to tell you, brothers in the knowledge. First and foremost, I'm gonna give you some instruction, and I can't see who's in the chat, but I apologize if I offend them. Before you ever put that jersey on, you better do what you know what to do and ask for some protection. Because sometimes people give you stuff based off of their feelings, because obviously, brother, the world can see you're not quote unquote physically you're not the norm. Right. So maybe his heart said, I feel sorry for this guy. You know what I mean? Like that's where it goes. But then on a three-dimensional level, I do believe angels is around you, bro. So at the same time, some dude could be trying to pass off some other shit, excuse my language, some other shit to your crib. And that's just me, and I don't care who thinks it's spookism or whatever. I'm talking something else. Jose, you walk with a different situation, and that's a play on words, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
But the guy said he worked in robotics and
I bet.
And he sees people like me daily and yada yada yada. So
I mean, and I hope that's all it is, like what Nick was saying, and maybe it was just a good day. Some people look at, young men and young women like yourself, they look at that as doing a good deed for the day, and God will deal with them on a different, different level. Like maybe that is his good deed, but on another dimension, like Kobe's my guy on the court. Kobe's my man. I got the book. I got posters. I grew up liking him, but I want to tell you something, man. Like if there's a whole bunch of, you would have to get the jersey to show us. Like if there's a whole bunch of symbolism.
Right
yeah.
right here. Let me
I could take it somewhere else.
Right.
Hold on. My mom's on the phone. Hold up. Give me a second.
Facts, Kennedy. Facts.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Hold up, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a few minutes.
I got you. All right.
Oh, you good?
Yeah. Then I was just in shock because I was like, dude, I just wanted to know where I could order one with these.
Yeah. And it could be on the other way, Jose. I mean, Nick know where I'm about to go with. Be careful who you interact with. It could be something on the other end. Like that could just be a blessing for you that day, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be. We definitely entertain things more than what people think, man. That's all I'm gonna leave it at. I'm gonna protect other people's vibes right now. I don't want to offend nobody.
Right. Now let's see what Kennedy said. Yeah, you're right. Because it's quote unquote Black History Month.
Yep.
When really,
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote, right.
When really every day is Black History Month.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just a freaking month.
And what's hilarious is this daggone corporate title to a certain degree, man. I mean, we're so much more than a color now, man. I mean, nothing against our ancestors, bruh, and all that other yada. We are so much more than a color. I can't even. It would take too much to even talk on this platform, man. We are so much more than that, brother. We are more than a daggone color, man. We are more than Popeye's chicken, all right?
Exactly.
And dancing and
we are the
dunking.
salt of the earth.
Correct.
Y'all
Correct.
know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really need to read more scripture. I'm just being real.
Are you a part of the crew too, brother? Ishkar's in the house. I know what time it is.
Exactly.
But see that come back to the diversity in sports. That's what I was saying to him, Nick, before you came on. Like when it comes to baseball and boxing per se, you get a chance to see, no disrespect to the viewers who may not be part of these other races, allegedly races. But when you see Tito, which would be Felix Trinidad boxing against, let's say maybe Floyd Mayweather, like they still the same people, man. They just speak in different languages.
Exactly.
They know that, but they want you to think, oh, he's Puerto Rican, oh, he's Brazilian, oh, he's Mexican.
All of these different misnomers that they actually cover who you really are.
Right. Instead of really telling them both, like, honestly, it's a win-win for me. I mean, don't get it wrong. I'm always try to ride with Jake at the end of the day because I've been programmed. I've been programmed too. But the more of this enlightenment, Jose, the more you will come up off that, not you per se, but people who are listening, the more enlightenment of reading, you come up off that color stuff to the point where it's like, this is the gameplay. This is the gameplay that they've been doing. They gave us a whack-ass playbook so we lose, bro.
Kennedy is right. Kennedy is right.
Oh, yeah, we way more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The unks, the hoodies, all of that was nice, man. That was pretty, man. The music, all that was phenomenal. But we even more than that. And that's the truth that they don't want to spread. And in the moment that we talk to a so-called Mexican brother or a so-called Cuban brother, and we enlighten him like, bro, we really supposed to be doing more talking and building. That's when they make it known that, no disrespect, Jose, you got to stay away from them niggas. Because them niggas ain't right. Them niggas is this and that. Like, wait a minute, man. Like, what you so fearful of?
Yeah.
Just ask the Haitian brothers that got sent home.
No. I
They
mean,
sent them Haitian brothers home so fast,
show the jersey.
but then let the so-called,
Show the
Ishmaelites
jersey.
and them come in here freely.
Yeah. And then they let in the people that flew those planes into the Twin Towers. Dude.
That's what I was getting at, bro. And this ain't no race bait. We just telling the truth. I ain't got nothing. How you gonna call a gang of people terrorists, which we know that that's not the case?
When you
But
let them in.
then you let them in. But then another group of people, you tell us how cool y'all are. Y'all sent them home so fast, man. I said, why is
Who
that?
did it? Who did
Yo.
it? Nick, this is step back a little.
No plan.
Alright. That's
All
the
right.
jersey.
Okay.
On the
Okay.
back.
And then on the back.
Show the back.
Oh, that's nice, man.
It is nice, yeah.
That's nice, bro.
Yeah.
But remember the instruction, bro. You just make sure you pray over that, because everything that
Yeah.
people give you, you don't want that up in the crib, and that ain't no spookism. Everything that comes in your crib, man. Everything.
Then that comes in your crib, everything you consume and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
It goes hand in hand.
Right.
And that includes this emotionalism around these sports, man. We just watch. I was saying, Nick, before you got on to Jose, some of this is just muscle memory. Like, I grew up watching so much sports, it's like background noise until like the playoffs. But next week, man, it's just gonna be one of them things where I grew up watching the Super Bowl. But as far as like diversity, I'm like, diversity. Brian Flores highlighted something, but he also highlighted, more importantly, the rigging and the tanking of sports, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
You know. Well, hey, fellas, I gotta get ready to. My wife just went grocery shopping. I'm about to get some of this food out of the truck and whatnot, man. I appreciate you having me on today,
Of
Nick,
course,
my
man.
brother. Peace and blessings.
All right,
And
man,
I will be
shalom.
looking forward to your videos, man. I'll be looking.
I'll be looking for yours, but
All right, peace. All right,
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a nice looking jersey, but still, yeah, you want to
yeah,
make sure
yeah,
that
man.
you straight on that, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah. That's why I asked people to y'all.
it's about I think it's about time for me to get going. I gotta complete an
Yeah.
assignment, so it was fun hanging out, man. Yeah, all
I
right,
like it talking to you, Nick.
all right, dog, cool.
All right, you too. All right. I'm gonna take this to the back chat. Anyone wants to join? I'll drop the link one more time and we can talk there. And until then, God first, God bless, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and until the next one. I'm out. Peace. If I can even end it. Much love, Kennedy. Of course I can end it now.
All right, yeah.
Alright, you leaving?
I'm out skis.
Alright, see you then.
Come on, girl. We're gonna leave in a little bit.
Okay. I'll wait.
Hmm. Alright, we got 2 people in my back chat waiting for me. And let's see how this goes. But uh, 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 hold on, gotta end this. Gotta end this first, then. I'll let Party Allen.
Yeah.
This is annoying that I can't end the stream. Anyway, I'm gonna just try to take one. All of you. All of y'all, I see you. I wanna let me end it. Hey, I'm about to end it, but go back and listen to what we were talking about if you're interested. If not, I'll be live for the Super Bowl. All right, try to be. Hmm.